The Goonies wasn't just a movie, it was the adventure every kid wished they could live. Treasure maps, hidden tunnels, and lifelong friendship turned it into an unforgettable piece of the 80s. But 41 years later, time has changed the lives behind those familiar faces in ways no one expected. Some found lasting fame, others disappeared from Hollywood, and some faced heartbreaking chapters. Now, we revisit the cast then and now in 2026, and the transformations may truly shock you. Corey Feldman talked his way through the Goonies with non-stop sarcasm, nervous energy, and the kind of fearless humor only kids use to hide uncertainty. As Mouth, he turned every dark tunnel and dangerous moment into something alive, funny, and real. Beneath the jokes, though, Feldman gave the character loyalty and heart that helped define the spirit of the Goonies themselves. Born July 16, 1971, in Los Angeles, California, Feldman was 13 years old during filming. His fast timing and natural charisma made Mouth one of the film's most memorable personalities. Off-screen, however, Feldman's life became far more difficult than the adventurous world audiences saw on screen, as he later spoke openly about exploitation, addiction, and survival in Hollywood. After the Goonies, he became one of the defining teen stars of the 1980s through films like Stand By Me and The Lost Boys. In 2026, at 54, Corey Feldman remains a symbol of childhood nostalgia mixed with hard-earned resilience. Huy Quan raced through the Goonies with pockets full of gadgets and the fearless excitement of a kid convinced adventure could solve anything. As Data, every invention, every wild escape, and every nervous laugh brought energy to the chaos around him. Beneath the comedy and homemade gadgets, Quan gave the character something unforgettable, optimism that never gave up. Born August 20, 1971, in Saigon, Vietnam, Quan was just 13 years old when into the film. His natural timing and emotional sincerity made Data one of the film's most beloved characters. Yet while Data seemed endlessly confident on screen, Quan later struggled with Hollywood's lack of opportunities for Asian actors and quietly stepped away from acting for years. Behind the scenes, he studied film production and worked as a stunt coordinator before making an extraordinary comeback with Everything Everywhere All at Once, earning an Academy Award and global admiration. In 2026, at 54, Huy Quan stands as one of Hollywood's most inspiring comeback stories, proof that some dreams simply take longer to find their way home. Martha Plimpton moved through the Goonies with the sharp wit and guarded confidence of someone trying to look tougher than she really felt. As Steph, she brought sarcasm, intelligence, and a grounded realism that balanced the film's wild adventure. In the middle of pirate tunnels and childhood chaos, Plimpton made growing up feel awkward, funny, and completely real. Born November 16, 1970, in New York City, Plimpton was 14 years old when the film begins. Her natural delivery and emotional honesty made Steph stand out as more than a typical supporting teen character. Off-screen, Plimpton was outspoken, fiercely intelligent, and deeply committed to social activism, far more confident than the guarded girl she portrayed. Beyond the Goonies, she built a respected career across independent film, Broadway, and television, earning acclaim for both dramatic and comedic roles. In 2026, at 55, Martha Plimpton remains part of a film that still captures the messy, unforgettable feeling of growing up with friends beside you. Joe Pantoliano stormed through the Goonies with frantic energy, nervous shouting, and the kind of comic danger that made the Fratellis unforgettable. As Francis, he turned every argument and failed criminal scheme into pure chaos, helping the film balance real tension with outrageous humor. Even in the middle of collapsing caves and pirate treasure, Pantoliano made audiences laugh at the unpredictability of it all. Born September 12, 1951, in Hoboken, New Jersey, Pantoliano was 33 years old into the role, already shaped by years of stage work and gritty television roles. His expressive delivery and restless screen presence made Francis far more memorable than a typical movie criminal. Off-screen, however, Pantoliano was thoughtful, emotionally open, and deeply reflective, later becoming an advocate for mental health awareness through his own personal struggles. Outside the Goonies, he built one of Hollywood's most respected character actor careers through films like The Matrix, Memento, and The Sopranos, where his emotional range earned widespread acclaim. In 2026, at 74, Joe Pantoliano remains proof that even the loudest comic characters can come from deeply human places underneath. Lupe Ontiveros brought warmth and quiet humor to the Goonies in moments that made the Walsh house feel alive before the adventure even began. As Rosalita, her confused reactions and gentle presence added heart to the film's chaotic opening, grounding the story in family and everyday life before treasure maps and pirate tunnels took over. Even brief scenes felt memorable because Ontiveros made them human. Born September 17, 1942, in El Paso, Texas, Ontiveros was 42 years old during filming. Her expressive performances often brought depth to supporting roles that could have easily been overlooked. While Rosalita seemed overwhelmed by the madness around her, Ontiveros herself was known as fiercely intelligent, politically outspoken, and deeply committed to better Latino representation in Hollywood. Besides, she built an acclaimed career through films like Selena, Real Women Have Curves, and Desperate Housewives. He passed away on July 26, 2012, at 69, after battling liver cancer. Her performances still feel like pieces of home tucked inside beloved movie memories. Sean Astin stood at the edge of adventure in the Goonies with hope shining brighter than fear. As Mikey, he wasn't the strongest or funniest of the group, but he believed when nobody else did. In candlelit tunnels and collapsing caves, Astin gave the story its emotional center, a kid desperately trying to hold onto friendship, home, and the magic of childhood before it disappeared forever. Born February 25, 1971, in Santa Monica, California, Astin was just 13 years old the film begins, already surrounded by acting through his mother, actress Patty Duke. His sincerity and emotional openness made Mikey feel authentic, turning childhood imagination into something audiences genuinely carried with them. Off-screen, Astin was thoughtful, grounded, and far more introspective than the endlessly optimistic character he portrayed. After the Goonies, he built a respected career through films like Rudy and The Lord of the Rings, where his role as Samwise Gamgee introduced him to a new generation. In 2026, at 55, Sean Astin remains a symbol of the belief that courage often begins with simply refusing to stop hoping. Robert Davi entered the Goonies with a heavy stare and controlled menace that made the Fratelli family feel genuinely dangerous. As Jake, moving through shadows with quiet intimidation and sudden bursts of violence, he brought real tension to a film balanced between childhood wonder and fear. Even surrounded by comedy and chaos, Davi made the threat feel believable. Born June 26, 1951, in Queens, New York, Davi was 33 years old when on the film. His deep voice and commanding screen presence soon became trademarks in roles across Die Hard, License to Kill, and countless crime dramas. Yet away from the screen, Davi was cultured, articulate, and deeply passionate about music, often performing professionally as a singer. Beyond the Goonies, he built a long career playing intimidating figures while also directing, producing, and pursuing jazz performance. In 2026, at 75, Robert Davi remains proof that even movie villains can carry elegance, depth, and surprising humanity beneath the surface. John Matuszak emerged from the shadows in the Goonies looking terrifying at first glance. Chained walls, heavy footsteps, a face children were taught to fear. But the moment Sloth smiled beside Chunk, the entire film changed. Suddenly, beneath the monster makeup was loneliness, innocence, and the simple need to be accepted. Matuszak turned what could have been a gimmick into the emotional soul of the adventure. Born October 25, 1950, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Matuszak was 34 years old when into the film, already famous as a powerful NFL player and Super Bowl champion before transitioning into acting. His massive physical presence made Sloth unforgettable, but it was his gentleness and vulnerability that audiences truly connected with. Off-screen, Matuszak was witty, intelligent, and surprisingly soft-spoken compared to the intimidating image he carried. Besides, he continued acting while battling serious health issues linked to years of physical strain and substance abuse. He passed away on June 17, 1989, at 38, from an accidental propoxyphene overdose. Sloth remains one of cinema's most enduring reminders that kindness can exist behind even the most frightening faces. Mary Ellen Trainor filled the Walsh home in the Goonies with the kind of warmth that made the chaos feel worth protecting. As Mrs. Walsh, her worried voice and gentle patience grounded the film before the treasure hunt even began. In the middle of noisy kids, financial stress, and growing uncertainty, Trainor made the family feel real, loving, imperfect, and on the edge of losing something precious. Born July 8, 1950, in San Francisco, California, Trainor was 34 years old when into the role. Her natural sincerity helped supporting performances leave emotional impact without demanding attention. While Mrs. Walsh projected calm reassurance, Trainor herself was witty, sharp, and deeply respected behind the scenes for her intelligence and professionalism. After the Goonies, she became a familiar face through films like Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, and Ghostbusters 2, often bringing humanity to fast-moving stories. She passed away on May 20, 2015, at 64, due to pancreatic cancer. Her performances still feel like the comforting memory of home before childhood slipped away. And Ramsey stormed through the Goonies with a gravelly voice, sharp glare, and the kind of chaotic energy that instantly made Mama Fratelli unforgettable. Every scene felt louder and more dangerous the moment she appeared. Yet beneath the criminal madness and dark comedy, Ramsey gave the character a strange, almost twisted warmth that perfectly matched the film's unpredictable spirit. Born March 27, 1929, in Omaha, Nebraska, Ramsey was 56 years old during filming. Her fearless screen presence exploded into wider fame through Throw Mama from the Train, earning her an Academy Award nomination shortly after. Off-screen, Ramsey was warm, intelligent, and deeply loved by colleagues who admired her resilience through years of health struggles and late career success. Beyond the Goonies, she became one of the most recognizable character actresses of the 1980s before illness gradually slowed her career. She passed away on August 11, 1988, at 59, due to throat and esophageal cancer. Mama Fratelli still feels alive, wild, terrifying, and impossible to forget. Josh Brolin charged through the Goonies with the restless energy of a teenager trying to act tougher than he really felt. As Brand, he balanced frustration, responsibility, and reluctant loyalty, becoming the older brother caught between childhood adventure and growing up too fast. Beneath the jokes and arguments, Brolin gave the film one of its most human emotions: the fear of losing the people and places that made home feel safe. Born February 12, 1968, in Santa Monica, California, Brolin was 16 years old when into the role, making his feature film debut after growing up around Hollywood through his father, actor James Brolin. His natural confidence and emotional honesty helped Brand feel believable rather than idealized. Off-screen, Brolin was quieter and more uncertain than the confident older brother audiences saw on screen. Besides the Goonies, he built one of Hollywood's most respected careers through films like No Country for Old Men, Milk, Sicario, and Avengers: Endgame, evolving into one of his generation's defining actors. In 2026, at 58, Josh Brolin remains proof that some of cinema's biggest journeys begin with kids chasing treasure beneath Oregon rain. Steve Antin cruised into the Goonies with the smug confidence of the rich kid who thought the world already belonged to him. As Troy, every sarcastic grin and reckless stunt made him the perfect obstacle standing between the Goonies and the freedom they were fighting for. Beneath the comedy, Antin helped define the film's emotional divide between privilege and kids desperate to save their homes. Born April 19, 1958, in New York City, Antin was 27 years old when the film begins. His polished screen presence made Troy memorable without turning him into a cartoon villain. Off-screen, Antin was creative, ambitious, and deeply interested in storytelling beyond acting itself. After the Goonies, he gradually shifted into writing, producing, and directing, later creating projects like The New Normal and directing burlesque starring Cher and Christina Aguilera. In 2026, at 68, Steve Antin remains part of a film that still captures the feeling of fighting for the places and friendships that shape childhood forever. Kerri Green ran through the Goonies with the nervous excitement of someone discovering adventure and growing up at the exact same time. As Andy, she brought warmth, humor, and vulnerability to the group, turning pirate tunnels and hidden treasure into something emotionally real. Her quiet chemistry with Brand and growing confidence throughout the journey helped give the film its youthful heart. Born January 14, 1967, in Fort Lee, New Jersey, Green was 18 years old when into the role, stepping into Hollywood with little prior screen experience but a natural emotional sincerity that instantly connected with audiences. Her performance stood out because Andy never felt like a stereotype. She felt awkward, brave, and believable. Off-screen, Green was thoughtful and creative, far more reserved than the expressive teenager she portrayed. Besides, she appeared in films like Lucas before gradually shifting toward writing, directing, and a quieter life away from celebrity culture. In 2026, at 59, Kerri Green remains part of a film that still feels like the memory of one perfect summer before childhood disappeared. Thank you for joining us on this adventure back through the Goonies. Though the years have passed, the memories and magic still live on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite moments from this unforgettable classic below.